The city was just riddled with fences, walls, military. It was, we had, enormous Navy ships out in our Chesapeake Bay. Excuse me. But they did drain that swamp. This was Biden's 100-day speech. They had the entire city surrounded, marshals, police, helicopters. I stood on that corner with those police officers. They told me to stay there and be safe with them. And that's where I videoed that night. That was incredible. That's what our city looked like. That right there happens to be between the Capitol and the Supreme Court. There was a lot that went on at that Capitol. I didn't include it in my video out of respect for the children, but I did watch children being brought in on, you can't really technically call it Marine One, but they were brought in on the helicopters onto the ellipse and brought into the White House and at the Capitol. That's our Capitol fenced in. Fences went up, fences came down, fences went up, fences came down. Same with walls. They tore the city to pieces. It was from end to end, not just the government district. It was the entire city of DC. There are over 1,000 miles of tunnels in Washington, DC, under the ground. And while I had confirmation throughout my journey, it wasn't until about maybe 5 or 6 months ago until I was face to face with the tunnels. That is the Organization of American States building. If you are not familiar with that building, they handle election integrity. I watched that building get raided on a Friday night at 6 p.m. I sat out front terrified, but watched it get raided. I've seen some stuff. I've seen some stuff. I've never seen so many police and military, and this was back in February. This was Biden's beach house. This was apparently when it was raided. And you'll see another picture in here where they have a U.S. Marshal with a muzzled military dog. It's one of those dogs that the military carry on their back that are muzzled. I had never seen anything like that before. I'm just used to the canines. But apparently they did raid Biden's beach house. I was there that day. God put me there that day. And they allowed me to walk around there like I owned the place, documenting it. And basically what I wanted to do was document it from a different perspective because, you know, they're seeing it from the inside out. I'm seeing it from the outside in. So my stuff gives them a different perspective actually of it to what it looked like to the public or whoever was paying attention. And I think it was these are the JAG attorneys at the Capitol. There were many of those. Military at the White House. This is the Hotel Washington. This was an evil hotel. This is right across the street on 15th Street from the White House, and they did a lot of very, very bad things there. These are all Congress-related buildings. These are military cameras. That military camera sits in front of the Capitol. That particular one they removed about a month ago. The box is still there. But they do have one military camera still around the backside where the beast of the fence is. And they do have one across the street pointing at the Capitol on Constitution Avenue. Pretty much all of the buildings have been taken by the military. And I'd go so far as to say 80% of the buildings have had construction. This is 100-day thing too. That was military. That was a piece of equipment that they use that sends out screeching sounds as crowd disruptors.